This is my lyric notebook or my songwriting journal or whatever you want to call it. The book itself was actually a gift from my boyfriend for, I think, probably a birthday. It is not real leather, but I think it looks pretty, and it's bound with this little clasp, which I think is really cute. So it has these little pockets in the front where I keep random bits of scrap paper, which I use in here, and a couple of little paper clips. Then I have a little index that folds out. I haven't updated the index in a while, so that's the next thing I need to do. And then this first page is like unclaimed ideas. When I have an idea for a lyric, or I come up with like a couple lines or a couplet that I think is nice, I'll put it in here, and occasionally I'll go through and use them for ideas. And then the further you go in, it's mostly layouts for songs. So this is Picture that I talked about yesterday. And there's the lyric changes, and then the new ideas that it encompasses. And I tend to write like the mood that I want it to have, the feelings that it encompasses, what it's about broadly, or just generally the feel that I want it to have musically. This is a lot of stuff from last year's VEDIM, because that's when I first started doing this properly. I'm still working on Beautiful Fool. I really want to add a second verse and make it good and make some edits to it. Eventually I'll try and put that up on here. The red corners are songs that I don't want to work on anymore because I don't like them anymore. I don't think they're good enough. And this is a song that I had in A Single Day from VEDIM last year, and I don't really like it anymore. And there's another song that broadly encompasses the same themes and emotions that this one does, and I prefer that one. So this is how most songs start, is with like a verse or a chorus or like a list of couplets. And then I start working around that with some moods. Like this one's the same. We're starting to get into ones that are really unfinished now. This one has a chord sequence, which isn't super common with these, but I had the chords first, and then the chorus is down here and kind of the mood I want it to have. Again, this is one that I like wrote in the car, I think. I was like singing in the car and writing as I drove. And I don't really like it anymore, so red corner. This is one of my favourite pages, like aesthetically. I wrote a couple of like juxtaposing verses and then wanted to like work around those with words, and this is kind of inspiring me for some other songs. But I like the idea of having these kind of juxtaposing words, and this page was actually how I came up with the way that I wrote Exile to the Couch for 4 days. Again, another starting page. I liked this phrase, so I just kind of wrote it down and stuck it in, and I'm writing down other phrases around it that I like and fit the same theme. Again, a very unfinished page. This is just a chorus, inspired actually by the feel of the music that Bears in Trees make. I like to play with genre a lot and make things that feel out of my comfort zone, and that's one of them, playing with the indie genre. This is the last page that I filled in. This is a song that I was working on a couple weeks ago, and I like making the pages a little more artsy from time to time. I want to start doing that as I go on, putting little doodles around, mostly just so that it feels a bit more inspiring to me when I open the page and I see more visually what I want to convey with the song. I can't draw very well, and I'm not really an artist. I like painting and I like little doodles, but I'm not very well practiced in art. But I really want to make this as aesthetically pleasing as possible, so that I really want to come back to it and work on those songs and build them up to a place where I'm happy releasing them to the world. I'm not like super well practiced in songwriting, and there's a lot of learning that I still have to do in that area, but I think this is really helping. So if you're starting out in songwriting, or you want to start, I would recommend getting a notebook like this. And the biggest reason why I have pages and I stick them in rather than writing straight into the notebook is so that I don't have to carry the notebook with me everywhere. When an idea hits, I can write it down on my phone or write it down on whatever piece of scrap paper is around and then stick it in later. So you can say all you want that I could have finished 10 songs with the time I've spent on this, but if I didn't spend time on this, I probably wouldn't finish any of my songs. Let's draw tomorrow's video. This one. Hobby Politics. This is a script I wrote about 6 months ago. And I feel like since the elections have just happened, it's probably quite fortuitous to do that now. So I will see you tomorrow for that one, and happy VEDIM!